Hi everyone, we've been in spring cleaning mode over at the house, at least as far as the reptiles are concerned. So I'm going to show off a few of my new tanks that I have reorganized. This is my tree boa. I know you guys don't get to see him very often because he's always up there hiding, so I thought I'd pull him down for just a minute. You could actually see him. It's my pretty boy. His tank is similar to the way that I had it before, but I just added a ficus trimming that I'm hoping will start to grow. And I got this from when we were at Repticon. This company, I always go and check out their plants. They have some really cool tropical plants, mostly for dart frogs, but every once in a while I can find stuff that I can put in here, so pretty exciting. He really seems to like it in here. He's got a nice basking spot. It was too hot the other day, so I had to leave his lights off, but today it's a little bit cooler, so that's his redone tank that's still pretty clean. By the way, this is a flex habitat. You can get them at Petco. They're kind of cheap, but there's lots of ventilation, and for small animals that aren't escape artists, it seems to work pretty well. Go over to my tree frogs. I redid their cage as well. It kind of needed it. It still has the same false bottom so that I can convert it to a rain tank, but I changed my aquarium around, which you can kind of see in the background on this shot. Sorry about that. But this piece of wood was in my aquarium before, and I don't need it in there anymore, so I shoved it in here so that these guys can have some more room to kind of walk around and use more of their environment. This is the same little house plant. I'm not sure exactly the species. I just kind of find these nice house plants at Osh or Home Depot in the garden centers, and you know, it has nice big leaves and they like to sleep on it. I have some pothos down here in the front and also in the back. These are more just tropical plants that I stuck in here. I'm hoping that the frogs don't destroy them. I woke a couple of them up so you could actually see them this time. Let's see if I can wake her up again. There she is. This is another pothos that I have wrapped around the branch here. There's one there. That's a female. That's one of my males. So, and again, I have two pairs in here. But I really like it with this sphagnum moss. My plants seem to like it too. So that's my frog tank, or frog vivarium. And then we'll go over to the crested tank, which is another one I also redid. This is in a Zoomed 12 by 12 by 18. Not a huge footprint, but it's big enough to fit a pair. And we also picked up another crested gecko at Repticon. Let's see if I can find him. That's their food. You're not interested in that. There's my girl. Come on. There she goes. And there's the male up there. He is a red Dalmatian. Okay, buddy. He's a red Dalmatian drop tail. We picked him up and we got a free tub when we got him, and the tub came with this magnetic food and water tray, which is really awesome. It works pretty well in this setup that I have. But they have lots of cork-hides, live plants, again, mostly pothos. That one in the back corner back here is another plant similar to the one that I have in the frog tank. And they're doing pretty good in here. It's a bark substrate mostly, but I do have, there's a place that has like dirt that I keep nice and moist that she can lay in there. Got my drainage layer and everything, so. Gonna move over to the bird and reptile room. I'll show you guys everything in here since it's been a couple of months since I actually have ran out of lizard litter or Sani chips a couple of weeks ago, so I haven't been able to get to the store yet. So everybody's on paper towel, and the collards don't like it very much. I'll get some new Sani chips as soon as I can, but it's making us keep everybody really clean. There's everybody getting nice and big, showing lots of blue. I finally put a decent background on this tank too, so it fits better than a tropical background for my desert collards. Kind of Spartan setup, at least until I get the Sani chips back. Then over here I have my step runners. One of them got part of his tail bitten off. I was a little disappointed by that, but otherwise everyone's doing pretty good in here. If I can get my camera to focus. I guess it's not going to. There we go. They're all nice and warm, so they're not going to stay on my hand for very long, but got 5 step runners who already ate a huge dish of mealworms today. Watch your tail. Okay. Nothing new really there except that they're on paper towel. We did pick up another leopard gecko, juvenile female Max Snow. She's still a little young for breeding, which is why we have her in her own tub. Eating very well. She likes she likes the crickets and the mealworms. We've tried roaches, but she hasn't been interested in them yet. And she will be paired with the male Max Snow that is in shed right now, so he's not as pretty as he was a couple of days ago. Of course, I have the Blanco's Het Diablo Blanco. She has laid a total of 4 eggs for us in the last, since the last video. So we have 4 eggs in the incubator. But they're eating roaches like machines, they just love them. We still have our ball python friend. Apparently his owner has not moved into his new apartment yet, so we may have him for another couple of weeks. But he just shed for us, so he's all nice and pretty right now too. And go through the hogs again. Everybody's grown. The male Het Anery, now that we've figured out that he prefers lizard-scented pinks, he's eating every time for us. He's eating very well. So we're going to try and gear back the scenting and see if we can get him switched over to just unscented pinks. Wish us luck. Here's our male albino Het Snow. He's going to be shedding soon. His eyes were solid blue yesterday. But he's almost to breeding size. He'll be cooled and ready to breed next season for us. Male double Het Snow. Another one who's shedding. He's got blue eyes right now. He's a high red. I don't know if I mentioned that before. And the last male that we have is our male anaconda. He has been off food since we've had him paired up with the female, so we're trying to give him a break and see if we can get a meal into him. He's just lost a few grams. But he is het albino. So we have been pairing him up with, well, on and off. He's been in there for about a week at a time, then we give him a break, but we're giving him a longer break this time just to see if we'll eat. Pairing with her, who is a possible het albino. Clearly who does not like her paper towel and shoved it all in her water bowl. So I'll have to refill her water today. And this is our other normal female who looks like she's just finished shedding. She's not quite big enough to breed, so we'll keep her and hopefully next season we'll get a breeding out of her. anaconda. Another messy girl. There she is. That's the best looking anaconda. I love that girl. She's such a good eater too. And in the incubator we have our eggs cooking, keeping them at about, looks like 84.7 degrees right now. There's 4 leopard gecko eggs in there right now. We have not gotten any eggs from our croc skinks yet, but we've decided to give them a nesting box because her eggs are so hard to find. We've actually lost one of them already this season because we didn't find it in time. So we're trying to fix that problem. They really like their humid hide. And that's it for this month. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook at SoCal Herps. Lots more updates, photos, things like that. Like our page. And that's it for this month. Thanks for watching.